Welcome back to PSC Tech Bytes, and welcome back to the series about how to create a provisioning solution using Microsoft 365, Microsoft Azure, and SharePoint framework. This is the last episode of this series, and just as a reminder, it is about how to create a solution to automate the provisioning of a site collection or of a team using a request form, an approval flow hosted in Power Automate, and a backend Azure function running in Microsoft Azure. Today, we will cover how to create the provisioning template that you are going to use in your provisioning solution. And in order to do that, you can easily leverage the PnP PowerShell commandlets to extract a template from a live site. Of course, when you extract a template, most likely you will want to get rid of some of the information which are in the template, like, for example, the security settings or the page instances. And most likely you will want to include custom headers, custom footers, page templates, and stuff like that. So by using PnP PowerShell, you can easily do that. You can store the resulting template as a .xml file in a folder on your file systems. And you can also create a .pnp file, which will be a unique OpenXML zip file in which you can collect all of the items, all of the assets, and all of the settings that you can easily then deploy and provision onto any target site that you want to create with your automated provisioning solution. So let's move to the demo environment and let's see how to do that in practice. So this is a sample communication site that I just defined with a custom header, with custom logo, a custom footer with another logo and some custom links, and some customized images and text on the home page. Let's say that I want to use this site as the template for any other communication site that I want to create in my company. I can easily use PnP PowerShell, and I can connect to that site. And here I'm using the credential store in the credential manager. And then I can make a call to the get PnP provisioning template. I will store the output in this XML file. I will exclude any security information in order to avoid having the same users and groups in the template, just in case I want to reuse the same template in another tenant with different users. And as the handlers, I simply want to use the site header, site footer, and the page contents. And I will persist all the branding files, which means that the custom logo for the header and footer and the images used in the home page will be persisted on my file system. So if I do that, and let me execute this command, I will have a .xml PnP provisioning template file on my file system, together with all of the site assets that are needed to reprovision the same user experience onto another target site collection. I'm creating a .xml file right now because I want to be able to edit that file in case of need, so that I can eventually add custom parameters, or I can configure some of the settings of the template using the XML file format. Once the template will be ready and complete, I will be able to convert that .xml file and all of the assets exported from the site into a .pnp file, which will be a unique file that I can use and manage as the unique container of my template and all of the site assets. And I can do that using the convert PnP folder to provisioning template commandlet and providing the output file, as well as executing this commandlet within the folder in which I have the .xml file and all of the other site assets. So as soon as the template will be ready, and it is ready right now, let me switch to the folder, and you can see that I have a .xml file. Let me open that file with whatever editor you like, for example with Notepad, and here you can see the XML with all of the contents of my template, including the client-side pages, including the custom header and the custom footer for my site. And as you can see here, I have the links in my footer. I can, for example, reconfigure something like this property just for the sake of doing that. I can save, and I can convert the current folder into a .pnp file. Once I've done that, here I have the .pnp file, which is actually, as I said, an OpenXML file, which means a zip file in which I can see that we have the files folder in which we can see all of the images exported, as well as the XML template that we just created. In the site assets folder of my export folder, I have all of the logos and the images that are used by my site. And so using this .pnp file, I can easily reuse the same template to provision as many sites as I like with the same, exactly the same user experience that I have in the template site. As usual, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.